All right. Restored our audio here, so we're back. Uh, so I was talking about Team Hillbilly when we left off on the 20th. Next team up is Team 2412. Julie Jones, our third female entrant this year, and Chad Hunter, both of Utah. I don't know Julie at all. I know Chad because he has done the tour once before, at least once before. I don't even know if they know each other. So this is kind of an unusual pairing, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see. And we'll see starting on the 21st of August. Best of luck. And then let's see. Also on the 21st of August, we have Team Glutton for Punishment. It's my friend Robert from over in Boise. Robert is the gentleman who's responsible for the wonderful Pabst Blue Ribbon sign that sits out right by the flagpole. He's a man after my own heart, meticulous preparation, and I'm looking forward to meeting him here once again. Finally, Team Stacking Dimes. Levi Hutchins of Elko, Nevada. Don't know the first thing about Levi except from his Facebook page. It looks like he's a fast guy, so we'll see when he gets here. On the 22nd, we have Team Redneck Friend. Redneck Friend is Jeff Jensen. He's from Ketchum. He did the tour successfully last year as a soloist. Tried it the year before that with a team of three. So this is becoming kind of an annual event for him. He's a guy that's about my age. He's a superb rider, prepares really well, super intelligent gentleman. For those of you who are not sold on the efficacy of this Cascade Rescue Deluxe kit, because it's too much money, and you think that some clothesline and two cheeseball pulleys that you get off of eBay are just as good, you might want to talk to Jeff about that first aid kit because he had to deploy it last year in a really interesting circumstance. There's a good story about it up on the forum, and I might read that if I were you, if you have any doubts about the first aid kit or the rescue kit. 23rd, open date, no team starting out. 24th, 24th, there is a team starting out. Yankee Clipper. Two fellows from New York, Gabriel Jimenez and Axel Anderson. I hope I said your name right, Gabriel. Don't know the first thing about these fellas. Have spoken with them just briefly on the interwebs and haven't heard from them in a while. So again, if you guys are still planning on coming, you might want to wave hey. On the 25th, we have two teams starting out. Team Calaho, Ben Heyman from Idaho, Mike Friday from California, Idaho. Don't know anything about these fellas. Looking forward to meeting you at the flagpole, hopefully. Team of three, so you got your work cut out for you. And then we have a team, Life During Wartime. This is Johan Posh from Utah, recently a member of our group, the last team that I admitted this year, got in runner the deadline. Don't know the first thing about Johan either. He's a soloist. Starting late enough that sawing shouldn't be an issue, so best of luck, Johan. All right, on the 26th, got a bunch of teams out in the route, but only one team starting. This is an interesting team. Jason Beer in Oregon via Texas, and Ryan Trebon in Oregon via Texas, I understand too. Friends of a couple of really good friends of mine. I didn't name your team. You got to talk to Mark Schneider about the name Chamois Butter, but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to meeting you both. 27th, team Vote for Pedro. That is Mike Olson. Now, I don't know if Mike's been here before or not. I know he has declared intent before, but I don't know if he ever made it all the way out here. But Mike, it's a long way from Georgia, and I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting you at the flagpole at long last. On the 28th, we have a team Pygmy Pony. Mike and Jerry from Montana. These guys have been pretty active in the group. I follow them on Facebook a little bit, and it looks to me like they are probably ready to rock. So I'm looking forward to meeting Pygmy Pony, hopefully the night of the 28th at the flagpole. Best of luck. On the 29th, we have no starters. I think our last team starts out on the 28th this year. And let me just continue to cruise through here That looks to be the case. So August 28th is the date that our last team sets off. I wouldn't set off any later than that myself. That's getting into the Labor Day holiday. It's a good time. The days are starting to get considerably shorter by then. Things start to close on September the 9th. You can get around that stuff. There's ways you can make up those points, but it's not as good as the trails at close. Days are a lot cooler. You're not going to be as hot when you go then, but man, as soon as the sun goes down at the end of August, beginning of September, it starts getting cold. And it snows somewhere in Idaho every September. So when the rain comes in down low in the valley, it's typically rain, but up high, you can run into some storms. And the coldest I have ever been has been riding a motorcycle way up north on some of the day 8, day 9 stuff over the Labor Day weekend about 5 or 6 years ago. It snowed. It was raining in the valley, snowing up high, and I thought I was going to freeze before I got out of there. But it's a good time to do it. It's definitely cooler in the daytime, so the oppressive heat won't be as much of an issue. So that's it. Sorry this ended up in part 2. I'm still having some audio glitches here in the old YouTubes, but I'll get that stuff figured out. Just a little proviso. I try as much as I can to meet everybody at the flagpole. But with the number of teams that are coming through this year, 33 teams, that's just not always possible. Last couple of years, I've had to miss some teams. Sometimes I'm not here because I go out and I ride myself that period of time every once in a while, and I don't get back, especially if your team gets here real early, which is good. If you take the day off in Pocatello and I'm around, I'll try to find you, but sometimes that's problematic too. I have 2 really small children. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and my wife works nights. So frequently I am trying to get the kids fed, get them into bed, do stuff like that. Any of you that have had small kids know that routines are extremely important, and I don't like to pull them out of their routine. If I drag them outside after about 7 o'clock at night, and we're out there drinking beer, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, and talking, it'll wind them up so much that they won't go to bed till 2 in the morning. So if you get here early enough, I'm generally always available. But on some days, later at night might end up being a little bit of a problem. It's way late and the kids are asleep. I'll come out and find you. So this is the way it works. Generally speaking, I can predict what those days are going to be. So I'll be able to tell you whether or not I think I'm going to be able to meet you out there or not. When you come by, if I'm available, I'm going to be sitting out there. I've got a big trailer that sits about 100 feet from the flagpole, and I'll be sitting out there with the awning out, the lights on, and some cold brews waiting for you. So you'll know if I'm there. All you got to do is just roll right up the driveway. But if I'm not there and I haven't indicated that I'm waiting for you or something, we might have to hook up on your off day in Pocatello, because it means I'm probably trying to get kids to bed or something like that. Don't come knocking on the door unless I'm expecting you, because if my wife and she's here by herself, you might get shot. That's actually almost happened to a couple of people. And she doesn't miss either. She's a better shot than I am. All right, we'll talk more about all this later. Again, welcome 2020 teams. I'm super stoked. Banner year, 33 teams. And we'll see you all next week at PBR Monday. Ciao.